Welcome back to Sul'dan Plays Outlast. Whistleblower, Land of Goats. Hopefully not, because, you know, we've dealt with Gluskin, and I hope not to see him anymore. For now. Oh yes, flaming. Come on, mouse sensitivity, there we go. I guess right when you load in. Speaking of weird loading things, I have found it predictable, and I don't know if it's my system specifically or if it's overall, a problem in Monster Hunter World, specifically the Behemoth update. At about phase 2 or 3 of the fight, every time I've done it and haven't disabled it otherwise, the Windows search indexer starts having fits, claims 20% of the processor, and will not let it go. I don't know if it's something to do with the file access is happening during the Behemoth fight. I also think it's stupid that Windows apparently doesn't have it designed where the file indexer only runs when idle. But it seems to have its biggest habit of doing it whenever my computer's at its most busy. And I keep Process Explorer up on the left monitor usually, so I tend to like watching the CPU usage and all, so that when a game lags, I won't know why. Well, every time I get to that point, there it goes. And after digging around on the Windows help site, it turns out that it is by design that the file indexer cannot be set to only run when the computer's idle, which seems really weird because, you know, like defragging and other vital background functions that, I mean, used to be manually done that are now automatically done, it seems like that's one of the ones that you'd really want to only happen when the user's not doing stuff. Eh? Especially given how many businesses let their computers just run when not being used. That would be a brilliant thing to have set to idle only. But no, you have the option to have it on or off, as far as I've located. But yeah, just thought that was weird. One moment. I remembered to do that about halfway through my rant, and then said I've gotta fix that before we start. Also, camera. Oh, we got a note. But yeah, I just thought that was weird that it seemed predictably to happen at that point during that game pretty much every time. And I'm curious as a programmer what chain of events is leading it to do that every time, and I'm curious whether that happens to other people or if it's just me. Because I've seen enough computers to know that sometimes you just have that one computer that decides it's gonna be different. There's demons in some of these machines, I don't know. Seems appropriate to say that since we're dealing with the burning church. Chapel on fire in the distance. I didn't even know we had a church. Oh, he's right where he needs to be. Anyway, but yeah, computers are weird. I had numerous accounts that I have personally witnessed of a computer that will not boot, misbehaves, has various, you know, each account is different. I've had some that wouldn't boot, some that had glitches, some that were crashing, that the moment the technician gets there, all the problems go away. Technician leaves, the problems come back. I don't know, it's weird. I mean, it's hilarious, but it's weird. Anyway, moving forward. Is that a mirror? No, that is not a mirror. Okay. I thought that was the silhouette of a person, and that may just be my reflection. I don't know what we're doing now, though. Like, the game has... I saw somebody looked away and looked back, and they were gone. Oh, this is turning out to be a joyous occasion, ain't it? You stay over there. I am fiddling with doors.
Not all of them attached to a man. Let's wrap this up and get back to the truck. Amen.
Hey, it's Traeger. I'm curious what the first part of your rant was about, though, sir. Corporate cops, mercenaries, private military contractors, whatever they call them now, they're as helpless as the rest of us. Need to get out. Escape. Do not yell to them, they might shoot you. Hey, fellas! What are you doing? I love how they're just slowly walking. I guess they're being meticulous in their search, and that would make sense for them to be slowly walking. But something about the animation felt wrong. Like it was just the normal walk cycle in slow motion. Is this going to become SCP Containment Breach where now I have to hide from them? For those that haven't played SCP Containment Breach, near the end, spoiler warning for those that may want to continue to play that. Still here? Okay. Near the end, the Ninetales troopers get into the facility and you have to avoid them lest they shoot you. They also have some other nice effects as a result of their presence, but, you know, namely that. Battery. Yay. I love batteries, especially when I need them. Found a note. Found a document, technically, because there's already notes. Helen Granat. Not to be confused with granite, that is granat. Or granat. Dear sirs, the groundwork has been laid to ensure the uneventful egress for Rudolph Wernicke from structural and financial systems of Mount Massive. His advanced age should alleviate any suspicions among contractors and employees, among whom he has been cheerfully nicknamed the Crypt Keeper. And legally speaking, he died years ago. I understand patients number 2 and number 3 have already been scheduled for transit. We're all terribly excited for the obvious profit potential of the new project. My researchers have combed through Wernicke's files and found no mention of the three lucid dreamers. I think we can safely assume Wernicke was sufficiently distracted by the partial success of patient Billy Hope, along with his own infirmity, to be ignorant of the real discovery at hand. Even minimal exploitation of these resources is hard to overestimate. I only hope the new facility is sufficiently shielded to allow female staff, so I can see what comes with my own eyes. Oh yeah, they were having problems with the female prisoners and staff members. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it came up. Is that hinting at Outlast 2? Because I've heard there's an Outlast 2. And, you know, pending that going on sale. Anyway. I guess I'm just gonna creep under here. Anybody in here? No? Okay. Hey fellas. Hi. Hi, what you doing? Shooting at people? Why are you doing that? Hi? Oh well, they bore me now. They're gonna come busting through the door behind me, and I'm just... They found Billy!
Copy that. Incoming.
Yeah, you can only see him with night vision, so they probably can't see. Oh, hey, Traeger. Hi. Am I supposed to go that way, or am I supposed to go... I'm going this way. Hey, you Traeger. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh, you do have teeth. I couldn't see them under the mask. I really am not... I'm trying to think of a way to put it. I love the, these fancy eyepiece things. Like, I love the idea of being able to, you know, do all the zooming and stuff. That's one thing I love about the, I'm gonna go back to Monster Hunter World, but the handler's headset thing. She's got the goggles that come down, and then the... I just love the multiple zoom option thing. And I've looked at some of these that you can attach to glasses, but generally the ones I've found are either really expensive or don't offer a whole lot in terms of zoom. Like the, we actually sell a set where I work, and they only go up to like 10 times magnification. Which sounds like a lot, but most of my random magnifying glasses and things held side by side to them had about the same effect, so it was just kind of a eh. I'm sure they make much stronger ones, but it's probably a you get what you pay for thing, and they get expensive, and the novelty value might not warrant the cost. I love the fire effect through this glass. Like, you just gotta appreciate that from an aesthetics standpoint. That's gorgeous. Anyway. Hello, trees. Hey, paper. Anybody over here? Yes, I am rambling like a madman at this point. I don't know what to do, and this area is so uneventful. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that on just in case Billy. I haven't seen Billy in a while. I don't know if I've seen him at all in the... No, we saw him once at the start, didn't we? Of Whistleblower specifically. I can't remember. It's been a while. Doing these once a week really plays a hat. I'm not familiar with that. I guess that's to keep somebody from busting the door open? The night vision with no batteries is really nice for just seeing in dimly lit areas, because it doesn't have the flashlight on it magnifying everything. Oh, don't make no spooky noises at me, TV, just because I'm standing on your table. But it's just magnifying partially because it doesn't have the flashlight. I'll change the battery when it gets to the point that we need it. I mean, I guess I can see out here without it, but there's the whole what if Billy? You know, what if Billy? Yeah, case in point. Now we can see. Paperwork. Anything else? Anything interesting? Nope. The Three Blind Dreamers. Caution. Level triple black security protocol, including chemical restraint, physical restraint, and separate adaptive hyperbaric chambers. Somehow I read that as herbal chambers, and as what? Are to be used at all times in transit. Chemical stimulation is highly recommended for all personnel within 500 meters of the patients. Attempts at communication should be assumed to be hallucinations and disregarded. Facial disfigurement should not be taken as a sign of lost acuity. They are physically blind but not unseeing. Security clearance for Project Wallrider will not apply to information regarding patient's number. New security clearance will be issued and appropriate protocol assigned. I'm really wondering if that's meant to be foreshadowing for the next game, or if that's just something I'm going to come across in the near future. Why do you have no batteries? Why are your paperworks all blurred? Blurred, I say! I cannot read them. I applaud them for, you know, having the paperwork there, but it piques my curiosity and I want to read them. Anything in here? You at least have batteries in one of these rooms, because this is getting ridiculous. I'm not finding anything. Yes, I expect to find random batteries in all the rooms I go in. Isn't that normal? Just can't go in that door. That's been shattered. Hello? Housekeeping? Housekeeping? Well, I'm stuck now. This is life. Okay, there's the pipe. I was gonna say I can see through the water, but where's the pipe? There has to be a drainage pipe. I know enough of plumbing to know that that's kind of a requirement for toilets to function. I think I'm supposed to go out there, so I'm gonna go this way. Or I'm not! Well, I went that way, I just didn't get anywhere successful. I love little creaks and movements like that. See, that's where... See, that's where the player character jumped down from. So should I go this way? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to go that way, the bloody footprints. So let's go this way. Well, we ain't going that way. Did I just climb it? Am I flying? I am flying. Whee! How am I doing it? Oh. Yeah, see, there we go. Can I get over it? Come on, let me break the game. Just this once. Aw. I mean, I'm way on up here, but it ain't letting me get no further. Nope. Okay. Well, that was amusing while it lasted. No. But maybe... maybe. Okay, can't open that. Can't open that. Can't even try to open that. Let's just go down these stairs. Let's see if wheelchair guy is still down there. Nope. Okay, there's the exit. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. That door's been barred shut. That wasn't barred shut. And yes, I know I said barded. It would be boarded or barred. But barred! I mean, like the musical Bard.
Mr. Park. How the fuck are you still alive? Let's make a deal?
Where are you?
You help me, I'll help you.
God,
I'm stuck like a pig.
I don't know where you're at. Anyway, sorry, I'm confused and puzzled trying to find him. This game isn't always the best about telling me where things are. I know he's not out here, but I may as well search these rooms. Are you up there? Okay, let's check up here. Game, are you drunk? There's not even anything... Is there anything rendered over there, or is that just a void? That makes me really want to go through there just to find out. Okay, he's not there. Maybe he's in the elevator. No? Where is he at? That's where the player character got thrown. Oh. Wait, why is he stuck like a pig if he's sitting in the door? Jeremy Blair. My supervisor's supervisor is a man who'd see me skinned, salted, and raped for a promotion and a few martinis. Injured. Dying if he's not already dead. I'm trying to feel sorry for him, really I am. There's no way he's stopping me from getting out of this place. I'm coming home, Lisa. How are you stuck?
Help me up, please. Fucking die!
I would have helped you. I think that's the sad part.
No one can know. No one.
Thank you, Billy.
Oh God! I'm trapped in here. How to get out? No! 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 Please! No! No!
It'd be kind of ironic if it had bonded with... Like, it's bonded with him. That's twice that it's come to his defense. No, there's other times it hasn't come to his defense, though, so I don't know. Was that my foot? I'm sorry, crawling or not, your feet don't... Oh, I'm not crawling, I'm squatting. Okay. Well, just making sure Billy ain't floating around out here. Night vision doesn't work out in the sun, just so you know. I'm gonna get shot. I'm still dressed like a patient, so as far as they know, if they see me, I'm an escaped lunatic. There's the player character's car from the start of the game. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to go. I see it flickering at me. If he left the keys in here, so help me. Wow, you're brilliant, sir. I don't know how to drive this. That's the player character. And by player character, I mean of the main game. I assume I made it through the gate. And I don't mean that.
Button. There's no going back, Mr. Park. There's enough hard evidence in that video file to make a world of shit for our friends at Murkoff. You got out of Mount Massive alive, and we've done everything in our power to cover your tracks. But our enemies are twitching and malicious corporate paranoics with resources you're too moral to imagine. You won't be the only target. Anyone you care about, your wife, your child, they'll do nothing to Murkoff but ways to hurt you. I need you to understand the bridge you're crossing here. You will do irrevocable damage to the company. You might even get close to something like justice. But once you click upload, your life is over. Everyone you love is fucked. But it's the right thing to do. Is hurting Murkoff worth that much to you?
Technically, the moment you click upload is false the moment the file finishes uploading, because depending on your internet speed, that could... Do I not have a choice here? So you're intentionally making the player character do it, but the problem is if you're not giving me a choice, then it's not a choice. If there's only one option, you've not offered an option. Can I just... One moment, I'm gonna Google it real quick and see if there's a way to not upload it. Yeah, no, you don't get a choice. One person said they just sat there and waited and nothing ever happened. But, yeah, apparently click, because that's the only choice we're given. Ah, it says achievement unlocked, whistleblower in the bottom right down here. You just can't see it because of my face. Thor. I'm gonna assume that that music is not too loud, because it does not appear to be too loud on the little volume bar dealies. Very beautiful music, though. Well, very befitting music for the game. I'm gonna be honest, I think between the main game and the DLC, I liked the main game a little bit more. The DLC... I do like the DLC, don't get me wrong. I like the Whistleblowers. It's interesting, it's large and well put together, and I generally have somewhat low expectations, so I'm always happy when a DLC turns out to be pretty good. It reminds me a bit of the DLC that you would see in The Evil Within, in that each one added its own unique story that kind of tied into the main plot. And it appears that the protagonist from the main game, the player character, I'm going to keep calling him that because I can't remember his name, I think it was Miles, and then Park is the whistleblower, seems to have survived and be in control of the Walrider, or the Walrider is possessing him, or they're working together. I don't know, I guess because the DLC is naturally shorter than the game, it was more compressed, so there was a higher concentration of just random stuff going on, like the dealing with the Man-Eater, dealing with Gluskin. I do like Piggin more as far as the enemies go, for his design being unique. I mean, all of their designs were unique, don't get me wrong. I never would have expected to be chased around by a guy in a wedding tuxedo. I almost said wedding dress, and that would have been even stranger. Here you go, an idea for the next DLC. Is it a DLC or an expansion? I don't know. Yeah, it'd have to be a DLC, because it's not an expansion on the main game. Anyway. Let's not chase too many rabbits here. I did like Piggin more his size, a lot of the random ramblings he had, you could hear him based on his distance better because he had the chain effect going on all the time. The Man-Eater you could hear because he had that, saw going, but it wasn't really easy to tell the distance from you like it was with Piggins' chains. It was good at keeping suspense, and Gluskin, you could only really rely on his rantings. I do like the fact they subverted using the locker as a hiding place when they chase you to one locker and it ends up not being a hiding place but a trigger for the next event. And that was, all well done. Overall, I like the game. I like both pieces of the game. The atmosphere is wonderfully done. I love the camera gimmick. It gave me a decent number of batteries, and I'm sure the difficulty settings would probably affect A, how many hits you can take from an enemy, and B, probably how long the batteries last. So the harder difficulties probably have you scrambling through the dark more, which would be great for a game, but not so much for a Let's Play, because, I'm going to be honest, that would be boring if nobody could see anything and it's just me fumbling around. It'd also be more frustrating if you didn't know where you were going, like the many cases where I just needed to look up. I'm tall, I should think. Look up! I'm not used to a game having places you need to jump to. Usually the games I've seen that have vents that you need to hide in, they put them at ground level, so I'm always looking there. So they did a really good job design-wise. The facility is amazing. Each area feels unique but still connected. I love the underground, the secret area, and I guess that does confirm that the 3 patients they're referring to probably tie into the next game, which I would like to get to at some point. I just, we'll wait for it to go on sale or something. And I have a bunch of other games that need to be gotten to anyway. But overall, I would rate the game highly. I enjoyed it. It has a well-earned disclaimer on it for the gore and potential nudity and such. So, yeah, there's that. But overall, the game is, generally, I would rate it pretty highly alongside things like, Amnesia. For my personal opinion, I am not a professional critique, and I can't really do any general high-leveled, high-skilled professional critiques. You don't want to offer criticism. You want to offer critiquing. Critiquing is constructive criticism, because if you identify flaws without identifying anything that can be done to improve the flaw, you're not helping. If you walk up to a painting and say, well, this is trash, and then walk away, you have done nothing to improve. If you say, this is a problem because A, B, and C, you've given them things that they can improve. And in the case of art, of course, it's subjective. You may think something looks bad that somebody else thinks looks good. You may think a strawberry tastes good and they think it tastes bad. These are things that are objective. I mean, it's subjective. There are things in life that are objective, but art is kind of generally in the subjective field, much like, taste. Smells that one likes, sounds that one likes, styles of music. But yeah, I'm rambling badly on this one. The last few credits I've done have rambled badly. Overall, I like the game. It has a wonderful sense of ambience. The background tracks, I'd call it music, but in many cases it falls so much into atmospherics that I don't know whether to call it music. Really did well. I enjoyed it. Each of the enemies, each of the other entities in the game were unique and well designed and memorable. I'm not gonna forget Traeger for a while. Buddy! Crazed lunatic running after me with scissors, yelling buddy. I love it. I just love the creativity and the heart that was put into the designs. The gameplay is fun. It has some frustrating points when I get lost or run in circles, or where I want to stop and, appreciate the area, but I've got a goober chasing me that I can't get to stop chasing me. The areas with Piggin were generally good because he patrolled, and I could explore an area, move on, explore an area. Gluskin was a bit less predictable, partly because I couldn't hear him like I could Piggin. And a lot of it comes down to I like being able to tell where the where the patrolling, whatever it is at. Being able to tell the distance based off the sound, or having unique things that let you tell, can help. But, again, that's my subjective opinion on it. I think they're very well designed characters, and I enjoyed the Whistleblower, and I enjoyed the main game. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching. I guess this time slot will open up for indie games in the near future. I do have other Steam games I'd like to play, but I'm trying to, you know, shift back and forth between them since I'm down to 3 video slots. But in any case, I guess that's the end of this game, and I will see you on the next game.